the Nigerian Constitution. I am not part, and I did not sign any against this Constitution in the first instance. But there are basic assumptions, and that's why we run into a problem. If the Constitution accepts that,
did you sign any allegiance to the Quran, to the Holy Quran?
Yes.
You did?
Yes.
By him professing to be a Muslim.
By saying that he is already.
By him professing
to
be a Muslim.
He did not sign any allegiance.
Yes, I'm saying I do.
Now.
My ultimate point. I'm still on a point.
Okay.
If Nigerian Constitution, for example, agree that life can be taken under some condition set by human beings.
Chief Imam.
Yes, sir.
Have you at any time recited the Nigerian pledge?
Nigerian pledge, I've said it on radio. I take exception to a clause in Nigerian pledge.
No, have you ever recited it?
I have been forced severally to recite Nigerian pledge.
Forced by who?
Reciting the Nigerian pledge does not mean you actually agree with the pledge. It has become almost a vocation. Everybody reciting. Even our younger ones in the Nigerian primary school doesn't even understand the word.
I take exceptions to some of
even our younger ones in the Northern primary school who doesn't understand what the word is.
There are ministers in this country who doesn't know how to recite Nigerian national.
At least a minister was in the Senate who cannot recite Nigerian
people. Nobody should clarify me for.
Chief Imam.
Yes, sir.
You are a lecturer, a very learned person.
Sure.
All right, and you are a Nigerian.
Yes.
All right. So it is surprising you.
So you can imagine the kind of knowledge we impact into the society.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? That is not correct. You are not correcting anything. You are not correcting anything.
Let me correct.
What kind of correction?
I have not made a state. I have
not. It is becoming too much of a justice. And if it's like criminal here,
that is
becoming too judgmental here. You want to tell us that you are a justice?
Something that Nigerian Constitution.
We are not in the dock. What is normal? You should define what you mean by normal. You should define what you mean by common sense. Yes, you have not been able to do that.
Mr. Mondre,
I want to correct one thing.
Nigeria that life should be taken.
You cannot be a citizen without belonging to a state. There is no stateless person. And the indices of a state is the existence of a constitution, which we call the ground norm, the primary law. And this is the law that controls the behavior of the citizens, the institutions, and all the organs of government. So for somebody, a learned person, a lecturer, to say that the book religion is superior to the constitution of that country, that is why I say I hold my reservation as to that.
Okay, please hold your reservation. Mallam Surajuddin.
Yes.
I'll come to you with this question again. Some people have suggested that federal government should extend amnesty to the Boko Haram group. All right? Are you of the same opinion? Because is Boko Haram group, what are they agitating for?
You see, we have to go straight into the issue of the Boko Haram.
Yes.
And actually go down memory lane.
No, you seem to know more because you said you read so many.
I've read so many things about the issue of Boko Haram.
What are they agitating for?
You see what happened about the Boko Haram? The Boko Haram, like I said, have existed in the 60s.
Yeah.
It's more than 50 years the Boko Haram has been there. They call them Boko Haram because they have a particular opinion. And the opinion is that anything Western is haram.
Yeah, but the Chief Imam just said it was a name given to them by the BBC.
Yeah, people can be given names based on their belief.
Yeah, but they believe that Western education is haram.
Western culture, whatever it is, whether going to this so-called Western school, all this Western whatever, they believe.
Do you subscribe to that?
I don't subscribe to that.
Okay.
Islam does not subscribe to it. Okay. But as Nigeria is today, people are free to express whatever they believe in. People believe in worshiping idols. People believe in worshiping stones.
Not to the level of insurgency.
Not to the level of insurgency, but it can get to some level at times when it becomes an insurgency, because the issue of insurgency is relative. It is based on your definition. The issue of insurgency is based on your definition. When somebody started preaching around the street, some people can say he's an extremist. Why didn't he keep religion to himself? After all, religion is an opium of man. It's your own understanding. Keep it to yourself.
Yes, people carry gun and beat around the street.
But today, the Democrats will not call themselves extremists. When they were fighting Abacha then, even demonstrating in so many ways, making a lot of castigation and the like, and they were ready to sacrifice their lives, and a lot of lives were lost. It was never called extremism. It was never called an act of terrorism. Deciding to wage war against a sitting government was never called a terrorism. I mean, a terrorist act or an insurgency. But when it comes to Al-Islam, somebody just stand up one day. I had the privilege of discussing with this so-called human rights activists. Then during that time, this man, Zegzegi of Kaduna in Zaria, he was in the prison. Because of what? Because he actually expressed his belief that Nigeria should be governed by Islam, especially its own part of state, should be governed by Al-Islam. Then he was in prison. I told them somebody expressed his belief and he was in prison. When the Nigerian constitution actually gives you right to express your belief, he has not taken arm, he has not fought anybody, he's not fighting anybody. But for him to just express his belief, he's regarded as a terrorist, he's regarded as an extremist, what he's doing is regarded to be treasonable offense.
If what Mallam is saying is true, I want to say that there are laid down rules and procedures. If Zaki was arrested and detained, there is provision in the constitution that you have right against against imprisonment, unlawful imprisonment or unlawful arrest. You go to court.
You are not theoretical. You behave as if you are not part of this country.
This is not theory.
You behave as if you are not part of this country, whereby somebody will be in prison. What they call it? This Major and Mustafa. Listen, Mr. Lawyer. Major Mustafa was in prison for the whole period of our former president. No lawyer stand up to say that this man is being incarcerated for nothing. Why shouldn't he be tried?
No, he had his own lawyer.
He has his own
lawyer. What did the so-called human rights activists? Had it been the man was fighting for democracy, the human rights activists would have gone throughout the world to be campaigning that this man should be incarcerated for
once
nothing.
a matter gets to court.
What do you mean by we know the process of this issue of getting your right. You know the process of you getting your right in the law.
You cannot take laws into your hand.
Nobody is talking about that. Nobody is contesting that. But whether you like it or not, it is happening.
We have just 2 or 3 minutes to
whether you like it or not, it is happening.
I want to advocate.
No.
You don't
advocate. This is not a
security awareness campaign should be intensified.
Sure.
Let everybody be conscious of what is happening in the neighborhood. And then again,
you see
the
the Boko Haram
of the security policy of Nigeria. I want to say that the security issue should be decentralized from exclusive legislative. Let state.
It has been done in the past. It has been done in the past. You see all these things you are talking about. People have said about it.
Control of high indoctrination. High indoctrination in the sense that when people that are educated, when people that are learned, who are supposed to instruct and teach others, are oblivious of the laws of the land, they impart knowledge that are antithetical or anti-progressive on their followers, and
this is what we call judgmental submission.
And that is what we see. And I told you, I take exception to happening to Al-Majid. Insulting people's
Chief Imam.
I am saying
let the barrister tell us what he means by high indoctrination as far as Al-Majid is concerned. You are giving information which you don't have knowledge about.
Okay,
you are giving information of what you don't have the knowledge about. You are confusing the masses. You are confusing the positive society. You are confusing the viewers.
Okay, Mallam.
Do you understand even the antithesis of Al-Majiri? Do you understand even the paradox of Al-Majiri?
The fact that you don't agree with me does not mean
you are not saying the truth. You are not saying the truth.
Okay.
You know what you are talking about.
Let the public judge it.
The public that you are feeding wrong information.
The fact that he did not agree with me does not make him a superior person or part of the government.
I know.
It is insulting to say that Nigeria, I am first a Muslim.
Yeah.
Nigeria recognizes the fact that I am a Muslim.
Whether you like it or not, there are millions of people in this country who does not believe in the Nigerian constitution.
My view.
Yeah.
It is not only
those people that say the Nigerian constitution are privileged because they are
there are
politicians.
human rights activists who go about even on the media criticizing
the Nigerian constitution.
Mr. Lawyer cannot tell them that the
if Nigerian constitution is perfect, what we call about what we call
I'm saying that you have insulted my intelligence and I take a
you are too confrontational in your discussion. You are too
judgmental.
Somebody to express his belief, you are giving judgment on it.
Thanks so much for coming on this program tonight. You've all expressed your mind, and like this program is Crossfire.
Mr. Banjo, one thing must be said before we leave. The Boko Haram, with nobody, the Islamic world today, as far as Nigeria is concerned today, condemn what the Boko Haram is doing. But either we like it or not, the Nigerian government, the Nigerian masses, the Christians in this country, and the Nigerian government, the Christians in this country, the media have actually done a great injustice to the Boko Haram. They have done great injustice. If you go to what happened, People were lined up. People were there were house search in Maiduguri, and people were shot dead just because they look like a Boko Haram member.
Well, and there's no
and there was no justice. There was no trial in any court. Nobody was taken to court. Even just of recent, the high rank of the Nigerian said that they are going to stop the
Thank you. We have really come to the end of this show tonight. Viewers at home, it's a pity we can't go longer than this tonight. Everybody has expressed his opinion, but the rest is for you. You make up your mind. Is Boko Haram really good? Should people really go to school or not? That is for you to decide. But as the constitution of this country is concerned, everybody has the right to seek knowledge. Everybody has a right to life, to freedom of association or religion. So we are not here tonight to say whether one religion is good or bad. But when things bother us on extremism or fanaticism, we are bound to say it. On that note, let me start to thank my guests for coming on the show tonight. The Chief Imam of F.U.T.A, Architect Abiodun. Thanks so much for coming.
Thank you very much.
I'm sure you don't subscribe to Boko Haram because you're a learned person.
I am
not.
An architect. We have said it clear that Islam does not subscribe to forbidding education.
Okay, then that's all right.
Is a must for all Muslims.
That's all right. Barrister, thanks so much for coming.
Thank you very much.
Mallam,
it's my pleasure.
Thanks for your enlightenment.
The government should do more
in
order to resolve the security situation of this country.
Okay, thank you so much.
The government is not in control of the security situation of this country.
Okay, then thank you so much. Viewer, until next week when we'll come your way again, take care of yourself, don't get into trouble, and I shall be back.